So this one day, I fly, for a living, and so I was on the flight, and I asked the flight attendant, tell me something beautiful, loving, or kind you've seen done on a flight. And he did this. Nobody has ever asked me a question like that before. People always ask me what the craziest thing I've seen done on a flight was, and that's easy. And I really wanted to ask him what that was. Didn't seem like the right time. He said, that's such an interesting question. He says, I'm embarrassed that I don't know what to say to you. I can't even think of what to say. I said, let the question sit. Something will come to you. A few minutes later, he comes back down the aisle. He goes, I thought of something. He said, once I saw somebody in first class give up their seat for someone in the military. Aw. It's like, have you guys ever seen that done? I'd never seen that done. He said, just you asking that question has made me, I think different. I was feeling really yucky about my day, but just thinking about that question, I feel different. He says, I'm going to post that on our Facebook page, which is called, for your information, Rants of a Sassy Stew. So the very next flight, it never happened before, I got upgraded to first class. It was 6 in the morning, and I was like, oh, I was super excited because I said to the flight attendant, find somebody in the military, I'm going to give up my seat. She's like, oh, that's so nice of you, no problem. This young guy comes up, he's all in his fatigues, and he says, he doesn't say anything actually, no eye contact, no thank you, no nothing. So I grab out my stuff, I go to the back of the plane, and I don't think anything more of it. Halfway through the flight attendant comes back, she goes, he says to say thank you. So tell him he's welcome. After the flight, he's waiting for me. He says, I'm so sorry I didn't acknowledge the seat. He said, last time they moved me on a plane, it was because the lady didn't want to sit next to her seatmate. So I thought I was being punished. He says, then I got up there and I was like, who would give up all this room? He said, I'm so grateful because I flew home to watch my baby be born, and she's only 2 days old and I had to leave, so I was so sad this morning. So this gesture made a big difference. And I'm not telling you this so you think, oh, Steph's so nice, she gave up her first class seat. I might not do that all the time, but I probably won't, to tell you the truth, but anyways. But I'm telling you this because I'm a nice person, you're a nice person. But I would never have known to do this if Anthony hadn't shared that story with me. Now, since then, I could write a book just about things I've asked flight attendants. That's on a plane. We're in healthcare. When's the last time you asked a colleague, a patient, a family member, tell me something beautiful, loving, or kind you've seen done in this facility? Tell me something, let me share with you something beautiful, loving, or kind I've seen or that's been done for you. What if we shared that on our break? Tell me something beautiful, loving. We could fill a conference, a book, just with the stories in this room. It would be amazing. But we have to ask these questions, and things like that will help us shift our attitude very, very quickly.